Okay guys, here's my next DIY. If you remember this here, this is one of the trays that I had got from the Dollar Tree. And I had got these, I had got from the thrift store. Then I had got these from the Dollar Tree. Well, I went on, I went on and I painted this white. So now what I want to do is I want to put Now what I want to do is I want to distress it. And again, I'm going to use my antique wax with my chippy brush. Well, first I want to put these little feet that I got on here. I found these little, I don't know where I got them from, these little things here in my stash. And I'm going to make some feet on the bottom of here. So I'm just going to hot glue them. To the bottom here. Okay, and this looks like this. So now I gave it a little lift. And I also got some beads here, and these beads come from my stash as well. These were some beads that that I had from the car seat that I had got from the thrift store a long time ago, maybe about a year ago, and I just been using them on and off because it comes with a lot of beads. So what I want to do is I want to take these beads and I want to glue them around the side here. So I'm just going to take my glue gun here and I'm going to put a bead of glue down here. And I'm going to lay the beads on top of here. Just like so. Just like this. And I strand it up to make it easier for me. So when I glue them, it will be a lot easier. So all I'm going to do is just pull the string out. Once I feel like the glue has set down in there. Make sure all of them are glued down before I pull the string out. So I'm going to cut this little tip off. So what I did was I taped the end of it so it would be easier for me to thread it. So I just taped the end of the thing. And so I'm just going to pull it out just like this. So this line here is on here perfect. So I'm just going to do the next one. I'm going to put it here. Right here on the edge. And I'm just going to keep going around with the beads. So I'm going to go ahead on and put this row down. So this is how it looks. So now I'm going to let that set for just a second. Clean up my area a little bit. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chippy brush. And I'm going to get a little bit of this antique wax. Just taking it really light over the beads. I don't want the beads to really change its color. I want them to stay light. As light as possible. Then I'm going to take a little bit and rub around here, around the legs. I still want to get that natural look, so I don't want to get it too dark. So this is the way it looks. And I'm not going to do anything to the glass because the glass is green. And that's what I like about them. So now you can decorate them. You can put some flowers in them or some greenery. Put a little greenery in them. Let's see what we can do. Here we go. You can decorate it like this for fall. And then you could change it out and put maybe something else in there for Christmas or whatever holiday you want to. So I'm going to take these beads and I'm going to tie them in a knot. And these were just some extra beads that were left because I did do a long string. I was actually watching a movie while I was stringing them up, so I didn't really know how long it was, but I'm going to leave it like that. Just going to tie a knot around on each end. And I'm just going to sit these right on the tray. Maybe something like this, just to have it on there. And I think it came out really nice. So stay tuned for the next DIY. Okay, so this was another piece of wood that I had got from my thrift haul. And I'm going to take this, I believe it's pumpkin. I'm going to take this pumpkin paint here. And I'm going to paint this with this pumpkin here. And I'm going to let it dry. Make sure I get the top. Okay, so that's how I wanted that one. Then I'm going to dry it. Well, no, while it's still wet, I'm going to take a little of this. Take a little of this. What is this called? Caribbean. It's Caribbean here. And so this is what it looks like. It has a tint of blue in it. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. But that's what it looks like. It looks really pretty with that little tint of blue on there. And the reason why I put that tinted blue on there is because I'm going to be using this little paper here, and it has that blue in it. I'm going to be using that on my pumpkins that I'm getting ready to decoupage in just a second. So that's what this is looking like. So that's what it looks like. You can see the blue up here. You can see it on this one right here as well. But this one's what it looks like. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to set that to the side. And I am going to get my little pumpkins here. These are the little pumpkins that I'm going to use. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace them on here and cut them out. Okay, now I got them cut out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this Mod Podge here. And I'm just going to spread it out. And I'm going to stick this on here. And I'm going to let it dry. Okay, so I'm going to let these dry on here, then I'll be back. So stay tuned. Okay, now that everything has dried, these are dry now. So what I'm going to do is I am going to glue these on here like so. So I'm just going to put a little dab of glue on the ends. Like that. And I'm going to put a little bit on this one. Like that. And then I have this little happy file that came off one of the little scarecrows. I just pulled it off the back of it. I'm going to put this on top. Right here. So this is what it looks like so far. So now what I'm going to do is decorate my pumpkins. So I just took off a little greenery off of a little, I had one of these little rings here, and I just tore off some leaves and stuff. So I'm just going to glue these on here. Stick the leaf right there. Just hold it down for a second. Then I have another little green leaf. I'm going to stick it in there. Right there. Then I have one for this one. I'm going to stick it on here. So now it looks like this. So now I have a couple of more leaves here. And then I just have a few little, I don't know what you call these things. I'm going to stick that one there. Then I have a little pumpkin here. I'm going to stick right beside it. this is what the hanger looks like. I think it came out really, really pretty. And it says happy fall. Alright guys, this is going to be my last DIY for tonight, but stay tuned for tomorrow because I have 2 more that I'm going to do, and then I'm going to be editing this video. So you guys stay tuned. Sorry about that, guys. You guys didn't hear nothing I was saying. But what I was saying is that I'm going to go ahead on and paint this. And usually, lately, what I've been doing, I've been painting everything off camera so that everything can be dry by the time I get on here to do my video. But I forgot to paint this. Actually, I changed my mind on the whole thing. What I was going to do, I was going to use something else, but I decided to use this round. So I'm going to put this under the fan. You may hear my fan going, but I'm going to put this under the fan for a little while. And I'm going to go ahead on and do my truck here while that's drying. So what I have here is I have the little Dollar Tree trucks that they have, and I went on and painted them. And I painted one a dark orange, and I painted one a light orange, because it's going to stand up like this, and you're really not going to see the dark orange. The light orange, I mean. So what I want to do is I have these little blocks here, and I'm going to glue this block right on here. I'm going to glue it right above the back of it. So I'm going to go ahead on and glue that down. So it's going to look like this. So this is the light one here. Then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to glue it down right where this one is. So I want to make sure my holes line up. So now I have a truck that stands up. So it stands up like this. So this is what it looks like in the back, and this is what it looks like in the front. So it's like a two-dimensional truck. So now I have this little piece of wood here that I'm going to put right in here, and this is going to be the front of the truck. So I'm just going to put a little, oops. I'm just going to put a little glue on each end here. And I'm going to slide it right on in the middle here. Kind of open it up a little bit. I'm going to put that right there. So now this is what it looks like. Okay. So yeah, I also painted these little, I guess you can say dots. I painted these little dots right here that I'm going to stick in the wheel. On the end, I'm going to stick it on the end right there. Just going to put a little glue on it. Me and this. Then I have this other one here. Just going to put a little glue on it. So it looks like that. Now I'm going to decorate my truck. So I have picked out, says apples and acorns. So I need some transfer paper. Just a little, I don't need much. So I'm going to cut some off of here. So I got my transfer paper here. And the first thing I'm going to transfer is going to be my acorn here. And my sign is going to say acorns and apples. So I'm going to take the transfer paper off of here. And I'm not going to take it all the way off because I really want to use this for the big one. So I'm going to try to do it a little. Like, put that on like that. So I don't want to get it on the big acorn because that's going somewhere else. But this is the little one. Okay, I was finally able to get that on there. Let's see how hard it's going to be for me to get this apple put on here. So, let's try the apple. Let's try it again. Okay, goes like that. And so I have 50 cents, then I have 25 cents. I kind of made them too big, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead on and use them because I don't want to print them out again. And then I also have this end sign. I don't know how that looks, but oh well. Okay, so then I have, it says apples and acorns. And then again, like I said, I have the 50 cents here. And then I have the 25 cents. So I'm going to go ahead on and rub that off. $0.25 is going right here. So this is what it looks like. So now what I'm going to do is, I have these little fenders, toppers. I guess that's what you call them. I don't know exactly what you call them. I guess you can say fender toppers. Say that about 3 or 4 times. And I think I'm going to leave them white. I don't want to paint them any other color. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead on and glue these on here. I'm going to leave them white. And I actually got these off of another Dollar Tree item that was on a truck. So I wanted to put them on my truck. So all I did was just pull them off and just stick. I'm just going to stick them on my truck. So I'm going to put this one up here. So this is the way my truck is looking. So now what I have is, I want to put, I am going to paint this brown, but I'm going to wait. Well, let me go ahead on and paint it now. Just the, just this part right here, I want to paint brown. And my truck is a little old, so I'm not worried about trying to get it perfect. It's supposed to be like an old orange truck. So I think that looks better. So now this is what it looks like. So what I have here is I have some acorns, and then I have some apples, and I have some bigger apples, and I have some red apples, and I have some more acorns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the apples and acorns inside of here. But first I want to put something, I'm going to have to put something up here to keep it from falling out. So I think I'm going to put a little stopper here and maybe one in the back to keep them from falling out. So you guys stay tuned. Okay guys, so what I did is I went on and I just stuck some in there just to see what they were going to look like. So these are the apples and acorns that I have. I have these little bitty acorns. I don't know where I got them from. And these little bitty apples. I don't know where I got them from. But I also have this piece of board, and this is the board that I painted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this to the back of this truck. But first I want to put my words on here so I can see where I'm going to glue it down at first. So I'm going to put apple on here first. So there's apple. So now I'm going to put acorns on here. So this is what it looks like. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my truck here and make sure I got it right. And I'm going to glue it onto here. So I'm going to take, I got my finger mark where I need to put some glue at. Oh shoot, I didn't plug it back up. So now I got to wait till this warm up. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like. So what I did was, it was kind of top heavy. So what I did was I just glued some blocks at the bottom of it. I just put some blocks. I just glued some blocks to the bottom of it to give it a little weight in the front. And now it's standing up by itself. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead on and glue my acorns and apples down, because I didn't have them glued down at first, but now I believe I'm going to glue them down. Okay guys, so this is how it came out. I really like the way it came out. My little rustic truck DIY says apples and acorns, and I really like it. And it does stand up by itself. And this is what it looks like. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Please share my videos. And stay tuned for my next DIY.